Hey guys, this is going to be a really quick video. I started off at 5 a.m. this morning and I made several videos where I've just been interrupted. If it was the dog, my ring going off, my phone going off, the plumber showing up, just so much going on. The drilling, from the plumbers working. And my last video, I'm not like really good at editing yet or pausing. Like I always hit the stop button. So I can't even like pause it and then go back and continue. I completely stop it. And, now my babies are home from school and then, getting them their afternoon snack ready. And then they're all over the place and the dog and there's a gnat right there. I was like, you know what? This is a perfect time to get on here and do the video. So I'm doing this video. I'm putting it through. I have to go cheerleading practice I have to get out of here in 20 minutes, so I'll keep it under 20 minutes. But welcome, guys. Let's just start off with some breathing. Just 3 breaths. In and out. 2 more. You got this. And 1 more. Okay. Guys, I have been so on edge, and sometimes we just need to breathe, right? Sometimes when we're going through life and there's so many distractions around us, we need to just stop and breathe. And we should be practicing breathing techniques on the regular because they help, in the long run with our lungs, with our breathing, just getting in touch with our inner selves and just silencing the mind and the thoughts and just everything that goes on throughout life. So I want to get into discussing feeding ourselves, feeding our bodies and our spirits. We so often feed everything else. And I know I've discussed this in plenty of videos, but I can't say it enough because if I'm repeating a lesson consistently, either I'm not learning from that lesson or it's meant for me to come forth and teach somebody else this lesson. So I'm here because it's something that's repetitive in my life. It's just ongoing. And what I feel is like life, when it comes to life and it comes to finding ourselves, when you try to spend time alone, when you try to invest in yourself, everything seems to pop up, but we have to stay on the course. Life is like driving on a road. You have a destination. Maybe your destination is exit 545, right? Or 357, right? For those who caught that. Maybe that's your exit. You get on a road. Of course, you're going to have to pull over for stops. Excuse me. You're going to have to pull over for rest. You're going to have to pull over to eat. You're going to have to pull over for fuel, but at the end of the day, you're going to pull over for these things, but your destination still awaits. So you're not going to stay there because you're tired. You're not going to stay there because you met someone who is not meant to be on your path. And this road trip to your destination also applies for people who come into our lives and they stay longer than they're welcome. So you go to this exit, say it's like exit 3. You have a long way to go. So you're excited about the exit. You're telling everyone else they want to get in your vehicle. So you pile them up in your vehicle and, you just have all of this drama. You're carrying extra baggage. Their exit is 3. They're meant to stay there, but you're this beautiful light riding down the road and you pull over. And because of the distractions, you allow them onto your path and they don't belong there. So some of us need to kind of dump the people off at the next exit. Like it's time to go unapologetically because you have a purpose. And your purpose is reaching the exit 357 or 539, whatever the first one I said. We'll just stick to 357. Those numbers are easier to remember. But okay, another example is you start off on this journey, this drive to your destination. You start off with 5 other people. Some of them fall off. Some of them reach that destination before you. Some of them reach the destination before you and they're on the phone with you while you're on your whole road trip and they're telling you how great paradise is and you're excited and you're pumped up, but it's taking you longer to get there. So now you're even more distracted. You're more discouraged and you're like, you know what? All of that ego starts to kick in. All of that, feeling like you're not good enough or questioning why they made it before you when you started off at the same time. So now you pull off on another exit and now there's more distractions there. And now you're at this exit. Let's say you made it to 150. Good good job, but it's still not your exit. So now you're at 150 and you're there with the people that belong at 150, and you're there doing things that you have no business doing, delaying your destiny because you're distracted by someone else's progress and growth. Just because you two start somewhere doesn't mean, I don't really mean to, just because you start off doing something with someone else doesn't mean that you both are going to finish up in the same place. This can apply to relationships. This can apply to a job. This can apply to a business. You know, we got to work at our own pace, okay? You prepare for this driving test before you got the license. When you got that license, it's only your picture on the license. So you got to carry your picture and remind yourself that this journey and this destination is about you. It's not about everyone else. They have their license to carry that list of description of how they're built, of their make, year, and model of their being, the shell that carries our spirit down our journey, down our path. It's a reason why their license is different from yours. Their license description is different from yours. So it's time to get back on your path. Another example is someone else who starts off who starts off after us, and maybe they start off after us and they're a little bit before us. We cannot see. The mind will do what it does. The mind is going to be constantly running. It's a computer. Okay. Look at everything around us, the energies around us, the distractions around us. You know, everything is like a computer. You have different perceptions, different energies, all combined. You got to stay focused. You got to stay focused. So this person started behind you. You already have this competitive nature. Where does that come from? The ego, the mind. So you're believing that you got to race. Now you're racing and you get a flat tire. You know, drive at your own speed. Don't try to catch up with the person who started off with you. Don't try to catch up with the person who started off behind you and now they're ahead of you. Realize that everybody's path and everybody's destination is different. We're not all going to the same place. Okay. We don't all speak the same language for a reason. Okay. Learn from them. Do that. Learn. Okay. Well, how did you get there? And listen and be able to dissect what applies for you in a healthy manner. What can be taken to apply it to your path to make you better? Not in a sense where you're going to take the information and to become more competitive, because you're only delaying the purpose. See, when you're on the road, you're meant to see every sign that comes across for you. You know, they get to paradise and they're calling you, did you see this sign? Did you see this? And you're like, no, you're feeling like you missed out. I'm here to tell you, you didn't miss out. See, a lot of times our hindrance comes from us believing that we're not on the path that we belong on. We don't accept our bodies. We don't accept the gifts that God has given us. We want what Sally got. We want what Malik got. We want what Edward got. We want what everyone else has. And we miss out. And you know what ends up happening? We have to keep doing U-turns. We're driving. We were equipped for this. You prepared in the classroom. You prepared for this moment of driving to your destiny. God's given you everything that you need inside of you. All of the tools that you need are in the trunk. You got the spare tire. You have the things that you need to change the spare tire. You have your oil to refuel. You have your money for your gas, for your fuel, for your vehicle. So you have everything you need. Stop looking at everyone else. If you got to turn off your cell phone while you're driving to stay focused, turn it off to keep going. So I want to use that example as a parallel to our lives and our bodies. Our body is carrying our spirit to a destination, and you have everything in you. You should have everything in you. You should be studying. You should be studying, and you should be studying. You should be studying yourself, figuring out what it is that you like, what is it that you don't like, what it is that you're good at, what your triggers are. You gotta know yourself inside and out. And you have to study yourself, and you have to continue to study yourself. I'm going to keep saying it until you get it ingrained in your mind that you will not be able to conquer this path, to reach your destination if you don't know you. So you got to study yourself. You got to realize that I already did this. God's already prepared this for me, prepared this path and this mission for me because he knew that I could handle it. You got to know that. So that's knowing yourself. That's putting the right things in your body. That's juicing, doing juices like this. or herbal juices. And I know a great herbal tea that works. Her name is, I'm trying to remember. Radeyah Terrell, Radeyah Terrell, Terrell. Check her out on Facebook. She has her herbal tea. I lost 9 pounds in 7 days, FYI. And this is just to help you. And it also helped my senses and my taste return when I was sick. So that's just a side note, guys. Go check her out. Her tea is amazing, and we have to support one another and just businesses and, growing our brand. But yeah, guys, you got to put into this temple. This is your vehicle. This is your vehicle to carry your spirit on the journey in which you have been placed, to take. I'm getting excited, but we're going to keep going. Okay. I'm not going to get distracted. I'm getting over excited. Let me breathe. So let me tell you what happens. What happens when you begin to feed yourself? When you begin to feed your vehicle rides really well, right? You're doing your tune-ups, is riding. So you're on your journey, right? You're on your path and everything's going smooth. So now you're feeling at your most optimum level of confidence and optimal level and health. And so now when you pull over, you don't have those distractions. When you're going through life, these things don't appease you. They're not appealing to you. You're like, that's not good for me. That's going to hurt me. That's going to make my vehicle break down. So let me stay focused. But let me tell you what happens. We get distracted, right? We want to see manifestations now. We want, like the 2 examples I gave you earlier. We want to be in paradise like yesterday, right? But we have to go through, right? So let me tell you what happens. When we practice our breathing, we don't see the result right now in front of us, right? But practicing our breathing now may help us later on, maybe in our health as we, enter into old age, how things weaken and things of that nature. Maybe then that breathing that you practice in your earlier years of youth will come into play then, where it's really handy and it's helping you out, and you don't even realize that it's something that you did before. So everything that we do now is a preparation for something later. So we have to be patient. And 1 second, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I learned how to pause. Yay. So we have to be patient in our journey. Sometimes you may do a 40-day fast. You may lose a few pounds and feel more bitter than you did before you started it. And you're like, I'm not seeing the benefit. It's not for you to always understand what the benefit is. It's not for you to always understand what God's plan for your life is. See, God's timing is totally different from the timing that exists within the earthly realm. Okay, so when we're told to do something, we have to be obedient. When we're told to fast, when we're told to separate ourselves from certain things that no longer serve us, or to end a relationship, or to end a job, or to get up and move, or to open a business, we may not understand it in that moment. And just because it does not manifest in that moment does not mean it's going to manifest later. What happens when you're back on that road and you're driving to your destination? Your foot is on the gas and you're going forward. If you keep your foot on the gas and you keep your mind focused, even when you're broken, you're going to see yourself past another exit. You're at exit 4 now. Now you're you're at exit 5. Now you're at exit 6. Now you're at exit 7. You're going to keep going. So when you feel distracted from building into yourself, when you feel distracted from not knowing your purpose or getting lost off track, you have the moment where you relapse. You have the moment where you go back to drinking or drugs or that bad relationship that no longer serves you. When you do all of that, don't beat yourself up. Don't get too analytical, because that's what the mind does. You have to understand that. That is what the mind does. The mind is going to do what it does. Okay? But what you have to do is tell yourself to stay in the road. You got to tell your body to stay on course. You got to discipline yourself. And through discipline, you will see yourself climb higher and higher, and you will see the changes in your life. But you can't give up. Just like today, I got up and I started off my day at 5 a.m. and I made about 10 videos. I changed my outfit about 10 different times. I said, I don't want to get on there and show my arms. Oh my goodness, look at my stomach. Let me show you. Look at my stomach. I can't get on here on YouTube. Look at this. Look at my hips. Oh my God, my stomach's sticking out. Usually I take face what is it? Selfie. It's not facing. Guys, I am excited to give you this message. I want you to be as excited about this change, but usually I'm always taking selfies to show the upper part. We have to be comfortable in our skin. We cannot allow these little things around us to stop us, and I didn't allow it to stop me. So as long as I keep going, I'm sure I'm gonna look back at these videos and where I started, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I have grown so much. I have grown in the way that I'm articulating my thought. Wow, I'm not so nervous anymore. Wow, I don't speak so fast anymore. Whatever the things are that bother me when I look back on my videos, everyone has something. But if you continue to go forward, I promise you will begin to see the changes in yourself, and that confidence that you didn't have as a little girl or a little boy, you will begin to develop as a man, and you won't need it from bad relationships. You won't need to make so many pit stops on your destination. You won't need to compare yourself to other people. You don't know their journey. Most times when people reach paradise, they forget about all of the bad times. They forget about the things they went through when they didn't have hot water, or they didn't have anyone in their corner supporting them, or they worked all those hours and they didn't see the benefit. They are in paradise and that's what they see. So of course your stories are going to be different. Take what you can. Be happy for others and their journey. Be happy. Celebrate other people. Don't be jealous. It is no point for us to be jealous of one another. It is no point for us to put one another down, because everybody at the end of the day, everyone has their own purpose and journey. And I'm going to end it there because my throat is getting dry and I got to go to cheerleading practice. Guys, keep drinking your water. Keep elevating. Keep your foot on the gas pedal. Don't break. Peace, family.